Hi everybody, welcome back to Under the Hollywood Sign. My name is Faliex and my co-host is Michel Barrault. Hi Michel.
Hi.
And today we are delighted to receive or to welcome
Hello.
Michael Badal.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Hi,
Welcome,
Michael. Welcome to
Michael.
the show.
Thank you.
So
Let's get started. I
let's
have
get
tons
started,
of questions
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
They keep popping up in my head.
Okay,
First question. Who are you? Where do you come from? How come you're here today? What did you study? What are you here to do? What are your plans?
we want to know everything.
All right. Well, we'll start from the top.
Okay.
I'm born and raised here in Los Angeles.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and
A real one.
A real one.
a real one. Born and raised here, and been doing music since I was 4 or 5 years old. I started out as a drummer. Moved into DJing when I was like...
Philippe is a drummer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. Yeah. Started as
Drummer
a
and a DJ. Yeah. Same
and
here.
composer. Yeah.
There we go.
Brothers in arms.
Yeah. I started out as a drummer, moved into self-taught on keyboards, learned how to DJ, and ended up getting my first record deal when I was 16 or 17. From there, I got to work with Tiesto, Above and Beyond, Cascade most recently.
Your record deal was as an artist?
Yes.
You were singing or
no,
you were
just,
producing music?
Yeah, I did dance music.
Okay, cool.
I did dance music, mostly in the trance world, and then later on in more traditional house music.
Yeah.
I got to, during that time of my life, I got to tour a lot and got to play some festivals like EDC, which just happened last weekend.
Yeah.
Played that twice, and played Sun Soaked in Long Beach, and a bunch of different fun stuff. And from there, in parallel with all of that, I went to school at California State University Northridge, studied sound at for film production, and started working at Spellbound, which is a YouTube production company, which that's where I met Mark Vanacore, which you guys are friends with and know him very well. And
he did this show. Like,
Hi, Mark.
Yeah, hi, Mark. And after that, I left Spellbound and now have my own. It's like a solo operation of just doing sound design, mix, and composing, basically post audio for commercials, independent films, things like that. Yeah.
So how long
Great.
did the DJ career last, or are you still doing it?
I'm still doing it,
Alright.
but it's not my sole focus. The priority right now is the post production work.
Right.
I'm focusing most of my time on that. But that started professionally, it started in 2006.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So when you say post-production, you're doing the full sequence of post-production from sound design to supervising sound editor to
depending on
sound
the project.
effects, Foley, background music, mixing too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Depending on the project, like there are some, mostly like with the commercials and things like that, I do all of it just because of budget purposes.
Right.
But the features that I've done, I assist another person. His name's Scott Gold, and he's the supervising sound editor and re-recording mixer, and I help him with foreign M&E, which is music and
effect.
And effects, thank you. Music and effects, and like footsteps and Foley and things like that. So.
Yeah, because we are foreigners, we like footsteps.
Yeah.
Especially in France, actually. I used to do M&E for the French market. They like, I can tell you, French like footsteps.
Like up front?
Up front, and a lot of them.
It's so opposite here. I'll spend all this time on footsteps, and all of a sudden, I'm like, where did they go?
We got nods from the channels, the biggest one in France. More footsteps, more footsteps. Maybe more with the accent. More footsteps, more footsteps.
That's great.
I know it's a culture thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe because we make more noise when we walk in France.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe that's the sense of realism. Like if I don't hear it, it's not happening.
Yes. Okay, cool.
I'd love to see the studio.
Yeah,
actually.
we actually we have some footage of your studio.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's have a look, and you can comment it.
Yeah, it's that's actually located at Spellbound.
Okay.
It's changed quite a bit since then, actually. Well, not really, but I've added more things. You know how it goes.
Of course.
You take away an ad, you take away an
Yes,
ad.
Of course, you added more things. So you have like digital, but also a real synthesizer and stuff like this. Yeah.
That was actually, no, the Moog is the first one that I got. And after I got that, it actually helped me learn how to sound design synthesizers much easier than all those years that I was using plugins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything is.
It's tactile.
Yeah.
So I knew the basics in plugins. So like attack, sustain, decay, release. That's easy. But with the analog stuff, it was so easy to start diving into LFOs and modulation and things like that. Learning to build things from scratch. Doing it in something like Serum where there's like a million buttons and switches, it's not as easy.
Yeah, you're right.
To me. So I learned a lot actually from just hopping on some analog.
This is vocal.
Yeah.
This is French.
Yeah.
We speak a lot of French today. I don't know why.
I've actually been really blessed to be partnered with them now, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is cool.
I'm on their mixed on vocal.
Wow.
They sound really good, by the way. We mix some stuff together on them, and they sound really.
Yeah,
really
they sound
good.
fantastic, and that's not even like their top of the line monitor.
Yeah,
that's the mid range.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
They sound really good.
Cool. Yeah, you can. Okay, so all those things for the people who see the show and doesn't know a lot about it, it's to make sure the sound, the level is good, and you have a good stereo and stuff like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I use. It's a TC electronic. They call it the Clarity M.
Yeah.
And it's a loudness meter, but it also shows you your full spectrum. 30 band frequencies. It shows you your stereo field, and it also tells you correlation and phase. So you'll know if you're out of phase. You'll know if your mono mix is much lower.
Yeah.
It's a really cool tool. There are plugins that do what this does.
Yeah.
But it's been fun just having that.
Yeah, it's
there
here,
on the table.
Yeah, always here, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So. I don't know what you're saying. Because I watched this before. Yeah, you can just target one frequency and
it'll tell you what it is.
Yeah,
and that's what I was talking about with the stereo field.
Yeah.
So when it's mono, it's just dead center, like a vertical line.
Yeah.
So
which platform do you work with? Because I think I've seen Logic somewhere.
Yeah, so I use Logic mostly when I'm creating music, actually exclusively when I'm creating music. And lately I've been in Pro Tools for mixing, mastering, sound design. I got really good with being fast with that.
Right.
It's just way quicker.
But
they sound the same. One thing I noticed, you know how they say, "Oh, Logic sounds different than Pro." I don't think so. I think they're the same.
You like both, and you get
you really have to be like more than expert to see to hear the difference.
It's
you can't.
I can't hear the difference.
And
I like
honestly, after people listen to your music in the MP3 or so
what does it matter?
I don't say this, but at the end of the day, okay, we don't have to speak to waste the time.
Percussions too.
I still play drums. It's outside of that room is I have the Roland V drum set as well.
And there's a guitar.
Yeah, that I'm very bad at.
Obviously out of tune.
Oh, no, it's definitely in tune. I just don't know how to play it.
Great. All
Yeah,
right.
so...
Very good. I'd love to see a sample of your work if that's available.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually
don't know
brought
what
some
we've
sessions
got.
with me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That would be great, yeah. What could we play?
So actually, I have. Let me take on my.
Philip has been hacking your server since yesterday. So he's
So
got
I
stuff.
have multiple.
He's more
stuff.
than welcome.
Yeah. So I have some. What do you say? Cover.
Yeah.
From movie like you did. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you.
Some artwork.
Yeah, so
yeah.
that we just did last year for Hulu. It's a Christmas film called Merry Kiss Cam.
Okay, so what did you do on this one?
On this one, I did dialogue editing, sound design, and for anemone.
Okay, and it was all in your studio?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool. I have also this one.
That one is a Lifetime movie, so of course there's Betrayal and there's Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
And yeah, that one was funny to work on, but yeah, it turned out good.
Okay, cool. I have also this.
Yeah, this one
Manson.
just came on. It came out actually.
Yeah,
That one stars Frank Grillo, The Resurrection of Charles Manson. I actually brought that session with me. That one I just did Foreign Emily on and Footsteps, like footstep Foley. So
Now you're interesting me.
Yeah, we got the footsteps on this one.
Are they loud?
Yeah.
Are they frequent?
Well, on my session they're loud. They got mixed down in the actual re-recording mix.
We have to see if it's for the French market
Actually,
or not.
there would be the French market version, and then there would be the rest of the world version.
Okay, so and then I have some advertisement that you did.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that you bring some session. So
I did.
Let's see before the advertisement, like the final result. You know?
Sure.
And then we can dive into some session.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I have this one. This one is
That one is Lego and Marvel.
Okay, so we can.
If there's a problem, I'll find the solution. Whether I'm in a sticky situation or a staring contest, I'll always win. It's up to me to save the day.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was. So in this one, you did what?
Light sound design and the music mix, actually.
Okay, cool. So
I got brought onto that project thanks to the composer of that one.
Oh, yeah?
His name's Eden Pavali, and he needed help. So he brought me on to do the music mix and ended up filling in the space where there was missing sound effects. So,
oh, cool.
yeah.
So
Because
this is
in
the
my
end. Sorry.
universe,
Oh.
I'm exactly who I want to be. Build the universe in you with Lego Marvel Black Panther sets. Each set sold separately.
Cool. Now this.
Yeah, this one's Wrangler. It's a
Yeah.
campaign for Leon Bridges and Wranglers collaboration.
So what you did on this one?
This one I did all of the sound design and mix.
Okay, cool.
Tell me what you want in the story.
Cool. So before to get into this, yeah, this is very cool because it's not conventional. I mean, for me, because it's like a dream or whatever, and you had to, yeah.
Yeah, the director of this, Wes Walker, he's very fun to work with because he kind of approaches ads from the non-traditional sense.
Exactly.
Like with this one, what I love about it is you don't really know it's a Wrangler commercial until the end.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more about building an atmosphere. So he even told me, he was like, I don't want on the nose sound design. I want it to be almost dreamlike. So
Yeah.
things like the confetti falling, he didn't want to hear paper, so it was like sparkles and.
Yeah, it's like a flavor, but not to have the real taste.
Yeah.
You know? So it's very cool.
It's well done because it's floating through the different cuts.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it work.
Yeah, and honestly, obviously he's the director, but I credit him a lot because he pushed me on this one for sure. I'm very proud of this one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, me too. You know? So let's continue. After we have.
For me, growing up, I always felt like I was different.
This one's a long one, but it's this one's Nike and NFL.
Yeah.
On this one, I did music editing and music mix, and
So when you say music mix, it's mix on the commercial or the mix of
not
the music?
the music.
Okay, so someone gave you the music and you mixed it.
Yes,
and
same composer that did the Lego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, and then you bring it to your.
Yeah.
Are they usually in stereo, these type of commercials? Or
Yeah, they don't do a 5.1.
they don't do a fast spread.
No. In fact, I think this one, the 30-second played on the NFL Network a couple times, but this 2.5-minute version is just on YouTube.
Okay.
On Nike's YouTube channel.
Cool.
It's good, Pops. I just want to let you know I appreciate everything you did, everything you still do to this day.
I appreciate you guys holding in there. I mean, it could have been more difficult, but y'all was ride and die with me. That's cool. Love you forever.
All right, one. I remember my dad was like, we can get you in sports to get you active, not only to get you out of the situation we in, but also as an outlet to release emotions the right way. Football, man, is literally guided me my whole life. It's a place where I feel like I'm free.
Cool.
Man, these athletes are so
Legacy
impressive.
is an interesting topic because it's something that you'll be remembered for forever. And I feel like your legacy off the field is way more important than your legacy on the field will ever be.
Thank all you guys so much for
Okay, cool.
I know a lot of y'all come from different walks of life. I'm gonna tell you why the food drive means so much to me. Growing up,
And then
I was homeless, not really even having anything.
Oh, that's London.
This one's ALAMIS London. It's a skincare commercial.
Okay.
Do they have like free product for us?
I didn't even get free product.
I mean, urgent need. It's getting drier.
And for this one, what did you do?
I did
It's the same question, but just
I did the music, the sound design, the mix, the whole thing.
Okay, cool. So when do you do this? Do you like to have the voiceover? I mean, there is no voiceover.
Oh, there is no voiceover on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But usually you prefer to have a voiceover and to, if you have a music to do.
Yeah.
So you can.
I think, well, with this one, I worked with the editor from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I created the music before he started cutting.
Oh.
So he sent me some of the dailies just to like get a feel for what the commercial is going to be.
So you did the music and he adapts the film on your music.
Yes.
He
cut it
cool.
to he cut it to the music.
How fortunate.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was able to get in from an early stage. Yeah.
This is great. So now, that we've seen some
absolutely.
some film, you have the session.
I do. I have the ALAMIS London session, actually.
I would
cool.
love to see that. Yeah, that was a cool one.
Here we go.
Which one, sorry?
The ALAMIS London, the one that we just watched.
The last one.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, so
this was before I got really organized with the way I worked. I've adapted my workflow since this, thanks to all of the movies that I've worked with. It's better just to like have everything on a few tracks. This was back when I wanted everything across my console, so everything has its own track, which is completely pointless now.
Well, I see you use a lot more of markers in Pro Tools on the marker track, so every scene cut is referenced.
Yeah, one thing that I took away from school was spotting sessions. I actually really love spotting sessions.
Yeah.
I know a lot of post workers, they like to work as they go. I am not like that. I like to watch the whole thing and just keep adding markers, because then I get left with a list of what do I need to actually put in. And it's more of like, just like, okay, I need this here, I need this here, I need this here. And
it's always a good idea to see the scene cuts.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to, for your music and stuff, how you're going to cut it. So it's always a good idea.
Yeah. So I have the music here, but I'm just going to mute that because I think that would be more fun, right?
Yeah.
To just hear the sound design.
You know what? We can, like, you can just play a little bit with everything and then take off some stuff, and explain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do what you want, but...
Yeah.
So because some people see this and they say, what this?
Oh, yes.
It's...
Of course.
This is a timeline. And each track that we see represent sound. I mean, its place is to put sound.
Yeah.
And
so the way it's broken down is this is just all room tone. This here is all room tone.
Okay.
So that's just literally if we just stopped talking and the sound that you hear just from like the air conditioning and things like that, that's the recording of room tone. Okay. Over here are the ambiences. So we have external London, but from a distance.
Yeah.
London traffic up close, and then we back out again into the distance.
Yeah.
And I believe I add like a white noise sweep here just to help it with the flyover.
A feeling.
Yeah. So here, if we just look at...
I see footsteps.
Yes. Footsteps is right here. I use Walker for that. And I know we were talking about that, but just for anybody else. I started using Walker. It's by UVI. It's a plugin. Yeah. And I just, instead of having to go in and cut every single footstep from like a waveform of a recording of footsteps, it maps it out onto a MIDI controller, and I just watch the film and Foley it in. Yeah. It's really fun.
Yeah. So you use, like an instrument.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah. You play the foot.
Yeah, I play the foot. I play the foot.
I try to explain to people, but with my English, I'm not sure it's gonna be.
I play the foot.
Successful. Okay.
And the rest of it here, it's the little sound effects that you're gonna hear. Her picking up the laptop and things like that, just to give it texture.
Yeah.
So with the music, a lot of these textures get buried, but if they weren't there, you'd miss it.
Yeah.
So, is it playing?
It's playing now. I have nothing.
Let's see.
We lost sound.
Yeah.
External headphones. Playback engine. Yeah, that's correct too. Is there anything soloed? No.
Yeah, I know. It's a mute.
Oh, yeah, that's a mute.
I don't know, yeah.
Is anything else playing? No, we got nothing. Is it muted or something?
No. What's going on?
Well...
wait. Maybe...
there you are. Okay.
Sorry, but...
No worries.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah.
My fault. Okay.
So... With the music, a lot of these details kind of just get lost, I think. I guess not. It's a good mix. So that's with
you have
the
all
music.
the keys also. When she's pressing the key on the MacBook, I could hear a little.
So
something.
if we just mute the music and just look at the sound design,
That I haven't heard. That I got, yeah.
Oops.
Great. Nice. The little flame on the candle.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the foot. Yeah.
There's the foot.
Yeah.
It's a little bare for the French market. I'm afraid they're gonna send it back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Excellent work.
all the detail, you have to adjust everything. Can we hear it without the tone?
Oh,
The
yeah,
room
without
tone?
without the room tone.
Yeah.
Sure. There we go.
So
So it's just
just the add, you know? Yeah, all
smoothing
all
is
the
gone.
detail.
Nice clothing. Okay.
Cool.
Lovely.
Okay.
what's funny is half of those like the hand on the face.
Yeah.
That's me going.
So you went like, what did you use?
Literally just microphone and just
Yeah, you have
Yeah, it
to.
sounded like a pat.
yeah.
More, you know, like a little. That's why it's so dangerous to do this profession. You end up, slapping yourself all day long.
I did that in the Charles Manson one.
You slapped
There's a part where
yourself.
she's trying to wake the guy up. I go, either I can take a smack and lay it in, I don't know, 12 times, or I could just hit record and go, and it just worked.
Yeah, you have to be ingenious, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to find, you have to do the sound.
I saved 10 minutes doing it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
Love
so
it.
this one, the music, the mix, everything.
Yeah.
Everything,
There was that.
And
And
we have what do we have? Like a Wrangler?
Yeah, I do have Wrangler. Wrangler's even more disorganized. So this one, because I was working with the composer on it,
Yeah.
this is all of his stems.
Okay.
So I had to incorporate some of that because it's a very
So you mix all
avant-garde.
together.
All of it, yeah.
Okay, you didn't mix the music and then you bring the music on the session.
No.
You put the music on the session and you add all the...
Yeah, we stemmed it out.
Okay.
I mixed the music within the session.
Okay.
And then I added my own textures here and up here. These, I believe, are mostly ambiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They are ambiences. Here are... they're mostly like edits. So the whole point of this concept was he warped and warbled the Leon Bridges discography. So Leon Bridges is the artist that's in the commercial. And instead of coming up with a score, he took his existing music and either stretched it out or brought the formant down, made it sound like it's underwater and spacey. So he did all of that and gave me the stems.
Okay.
And then within that, I had to create my own sound design to help it.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah.
how much work does that entitle, doing a project like that? Is it like done in a week or?
So the first pass was done in a week, but I think we did a lot of versions on this one. I think it's...
Did you have to record it for different media and?
no.
No, it was just
no.
one length.
Yeah, so if I just bounce it, it tells me... Oh, 7 versions. I guess that's not that bad.
That's
7
nothing.
versions. Yeah. We did it in 7 versions.
When's
So-
each day?
There we go. And here is that.
That was yesterday. That was yesterday.
We would
I just realized, I think it's doubling. Yeah, it was doubling.
There was a lot of low frequency effect that I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys realize, but at some point he puts his foot down and there's a big boom happening. I don't know if it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
of course,
that part, I had the idea. Oh,
That's a really
actually,
cool cut. Actually, that's the swoosh going into the.
this is fun. Apparently, I've already muted all the musical elements. So what we have here is just the sound design.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Footsteps. I like the vinyl at the end.
Thanks. Yeah, I was trying to give it, because he used so much. I mean, first of all, the ad is in 4:3 ratio. So he's already telling me it's old. It looks vintage.
Yeah.
And then you have all of these almost like film cuts. Like with the film here running off the spool. Where is it? Right. Like this right here. So I'm like, okay, let's do film spokes. Let's do vinyl. Let's do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was really
To
fun.
be in the mood. Yeah. Very cool.
Thanks.
Cool.
and those
Cool.
and those low frequency effect. How did you do that?
I cheated. They are. They are. Where are they? Is it this one? Let's see here.
It's quite a lot of swooshes and LFE stuff. Yeah.
Yes, Wes loves those.
They bring drama for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's me doing a white noise sweep. Is it this?
I think it's this one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like a peak noise cut at 80.
Yeah. So all this is. So I actually have. I subscribe to SoundQ. This right here. They're awesome. They're not cheap, but they are fully commercially licensed. So anything I pull out of that library, nobody's gonna sue me for stealing their sound effect or something. So I know I got it from there because it says PSE. It's Pro Sound and Effects. Pro Sound and Effects.
And is that like a subscription?
Yeah. So the reason why I say it's not cheap, because you subscribe $99 a year to access SoundQ, but then for you to actually download the effects that are not included in what you've already purchased, if you buy 100 credits, it basically works out to $2 per effect.
Oh, I
So,
get it.
I mean, if you're using 600 different effects in a project, you're out, what is that, $1,200
Yeah.
by the time you're done.
And they have any format and resolution and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. So it ranges. Most of it is 16-bit, 48, but I find a lot of stuff that's 24-bit and like 96.
Right.
But once you get a sound, you can reuse it.
Yes, it's yours.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's yours.
Okay. So after. Okay.
Yeah, so I've done so many projects now that usually if you open it, if you see a green icon, that means you haven't bought it. But then a lot of them, I'm like, oh, okay, I already own these. I try to look for the ones that don't have the green.
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. So what do we have next?
Yeah, now I have a little excerpt from
Charles Manson?
the Charles Manson one.
Yes.
It's not scary, I promise.
Yeah.
No, don't save. It's fine. That's fine as well. How do you skip?
We lost some
That's
files.
fine. Skip all. Yeah. So what's missing is Scott, the guy that the gentleman that did the re-recording mix, the supervising sound editing, and the sound design that isn't over dialogue. He sent me his versions here so I could work off of that. I've deleted those a long time ago, but here's my work.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is where I was saying I got more organized, and that's thanks to Scott, because when I had to send my Pro Tools session back to him, he was like, I don't want 100 tracks. I just want you to put everything in its own place.
So this is a movie.
Yeah.
So you did it in stereo? Or
Yes.
No.
So he mixed it in 5.1.
Ah, okay.
But the effects are done in stereo, and then he lays it within the 5.1.
Okay.
Just remix it, yeah.
Yeah. So here, basically the way I break it down is I give myself a couple of mono tracks, a couple of stereo tracks, and that's all within cloth, but then I bus it to the cloth bus.
You have a cloth master bus.
Yes.
There we go.
And then I have the same thing, but for sound effects. So mono, and then mono, but I didn't label it. Stereo, and that all gets bussed to sound effects. Okay. And then I have footsteps.
There we go.
Finally.
So in this scene, essentially all you're going to hear is sound effects that should be when they are talking. It doesn't have any of the other sound effects. So the point of that is when they dub, which Michel knows very well, that process, when they dub this into Spanish or French or German, when they delete the dialogue track, they still need those effects there. So my job on this film was just to put those effects there. Okay. So here we go. So it's like cloth rubs and things like that whenever they walk.
Yeah. Did you do the...
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. I found that one on SoundQ. So, yeah. Is there any denser part of it? Let's see if there's a denser portion of the film. There's some stuff going on here.
Okay, for the external sound, you don't do it.
No.
Like a car, yeah.
No, my job was just if they're talking to fill in that sound. What part is this? So this has a lot of sound footsteps.
And you are the Foley artist, I guess?
Yeah.
Good sync. You see?
We could do a game, to speak on it.
Yeah.
What this?
Take it.
What do you put in that bag?
Like the rest of it, as you can see, most of it is cloth because they'll be talking and it's just they'll move their arm or they'll,
Okay.
Yeah.
But
that's what I did on this film.
Okay, but clothes, it's detail.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's very sensitive.
Yeah.
Like
especially.
And if you get rid of this, it doesn't sound.
It sounds
real,
unnatural.
for when you see the movie.
Unnatural right away.
Yeah. So you need to have all those detail and.
That's what Fred was saying. Remember when we were interviewing Fred, which is a supervising sound editor, he was saying everything is fake, everything is redone in the studio.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I actually learned a valuable lesson on that Betrayed by My Bridesmaid film. There was a scene in there where seemingly the groom is talking to his mom, and they're seated, and it's like they don't even move. So I go, oh, I don't have to do anything here.
Big mistake.
I submitted it empty because I was like, they don't even move. And QC came back and they're like, this is way too bare. And I was like, what am I supposed to do here? And then I realized it's like every time that they even shift, like something needs to happen.
You have to put. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood, man.
Yeah. So after that, I started doing almost overkill. Anytime somebody, because I didn't want that to happen. So now Scott goes, we don't need that, and he'll mute it rather than.
Yeah, but it's better this way.
Yeah.
Better this way. So you've got everything and more than everything, so he can choose and he can keep it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so,
he has the choice to keep whatever is left from the production track if it's usable, and or use the stuff that you remade in the studio, all the Foley tracks. But remember, when we're gonna send it to the foreign market, where we're gonna lose all the dialogue and the sound effects that are contained in the dialogue, you're gonna keep using the sound effect creating in the studio.
Yep.
All the post work.
Yeah.
But that's what's left.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so important for the M&E, music and effect.
Yeah. Yeah, that I learned a lot on the Lifetime movie for sure. I had some QC hits that came back, but this one we didn't get anything really. This one was a lot better, so I must have learned my lesson.
You should see the Foley session and the Foley spotting and the cue sheets and oh my god, it's so detailed.
Yeah.
Every little thing is spotted and marked, and someone has to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool. We had a little taste of all the details you're doing.
Thanks.
Is there any scene with dialogue on that movie?
Oh, there's plenty. I was gonna play it, but I didn't download the film, and I don't have internet here.
All right.
There's plenty of
dialogue. We know the
story
anyway.
They resurrect Charles Manson. It's actually a really fun film. It's not very scary, not much gore, but it was fun.
So is coming back?
Oh yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. At least they try.
I'd be back.
They try.
Okay, cool. So this was great.
Excellent.
So what do you have?
Question: how do you balance out the music stuff with the post-prod stuff? Because it's almost seems like from a different perspective, like two different worlds that are like almost intersect at some point when you do a final mix, but they are so separate.
Yeah.
And how do you manage that?
So that actually, I learned a lot of that from my time at Spellbound. We basically had to manage our own projects. So I use things like a Kanban board, like I'm sure if I I don't have internet. Never mind. So I track things on things called a Kanban board, which allow you to create cards, almost like virtual Post-its, and I'm able to track where I am in the different stages. So a lot of scheduling and making sure I'm on schedule, but essentially I just prioritize based on what the project needs, which also means my personal music creation has kind of been on the back burner.
Right.
Because, trying to build up the business.
Right.
Sometimes passion projects need to kind of take a back seat and prioritize working with clients. Yeah.
And do you still DJ? Because I have some
I
pick.
I honestly haven't taken many gigs.
Whoa, what's going on here?
This one was really fun. This one was a festival in Fresno, but there was like 4,500 people there. That one was really fun. I was touring my first album on that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have songs.
Oh, that's actually the same tour but in Chicago.
Okay.
That one
So
was
what's
Chicago.
up with the hand in the air?
Oh, I have to tell you what's happening in the song visually. Wait for it. It's coming. And this one was here in Los Angeles. It was at Academy in
nice.
Hollywood. Yeah.
Are you playing soon somewhere or
No,
you don't know yet?
I'm actually working on my new album. And I don't even know how I'm going to perform it because it's not very much a club record. It's more cinematic. So I'm thinking I might go like the Olafur Arnold's route and do more like concerts where I do a live set using like MIDI controllers and things like that. But maybe even bring like a quartet to perform with me or a live drummer.
When you say quartet,
like a string quartet.
String quartet.
Like
wow.
It
could be cool.
I'm thinking of doing something like that as opposed to DJing.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like right now, that's the mood I'm in. I'm not making a lot of club records.
Did you start composing it? Or
I actually sent you guys a track.
Do we have that?
I don't have it.
If not, I have it.
We lost it.
If you want to hear it.
It was an original master and we lost it forever.
It's okay. I have it.
You have to redo it from scratch.
Here.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, there you go. You're not supposed to close Finder.
Didn't like it.
There we go. Back here and...
We'll be back after the...
after I go through this whole hierarchy. There we go.
Okay, cool. When I DJ, I play percussion.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, conga, yeah.
That's
With this
awesome.
goes.
It brings a different energy to the live performance.
I see what you mean by cinematic, because it's quite visual actually.
Yeah, it's not like a four on the floor,
No.
dance floor type of thing.
Yeah, but it's a mood, you know. So
Yeah.
you can do even club, you know. People can dance. Anyway. So, and this is a recent work?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And your name as a DJ or artist, it's
just
the
my
same,
name. Yeah.
Michael Badal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
So this version, right now it's just got Spitfire strings. My intention is to go into East-West and record an actual quartet and replace it.
Actually, the strings sound really good. I was gonna comment on the quality of the strings.
Thank you.
We love Spitfire here.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. This is all Spitfire.
Yeah.
This is good to license for advertisement also, you know?
That's the plan. And then it just breaks down into just strings, I think.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So it's different, yeah, but it's very
Yeah,
nice.
right?
Yeah. It is cinematic. I think it's the proper word for that. It is very cinematic and visual. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't know, do I DJ or do I try to do something live? So, yeah.
Yeah, but it's you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. It's your music. You have to play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what's
That was nice.
Thank you.
What advice do you have for kids that younger person, not like us,
like
who wants to go into music field and create and compose, and what kind of advice would you have for them?
I would say if you here's some of the things that I've learned over the years. One, it's okay to reject people's, I guess, feedback at times. Early on, just because someone was an A&R or like a tastemaker or a DJ or something like that, they would say, oh, this is good, but if you just tweak this or change that, then I want it. Then I will sign it. Then I will do whatever. But sometimes you do know better, and it's okay to just politely receive the feedback and just ignore it. The other thing I would say is, depending on your learning style, if you are hands-on, you don't have to go to school. Regretfully, I didn't really learn much in my university classes because by the time I got in, I already knew how to use a DAW. I already knew how to make music. So, and a lot of the classes that you're going to take in university is literally, here's how to open up Pro Tools. Here's how to
So it's more for
create.
beginner.
Oh, very much. I thought I was going to go in learning theory.
Right.
Like, okay, for this scene, this is how you build tension. This is how you do. That wasn't what we learned.
Right.
It was literally
basics.
Yeah, this is what bit rate is. This is what sample rates are. If you already know all of this, if you're already using it, you're doing this at home and you're teaching yourself, maybe a formal education isn't right for you.
It's good for the network.
It is. You're right.
Actually.
Yeah, you are right.
I mean, you know.
I recently did a Stanford University ad, and the person that directed it and shot it was a classmate of mine.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, you're right. You do meet people in school.
Yeah,
but,
because
yeah.
musicians meet people who do film, and you know.
Yeah.
And you see often that there is a family.
Yeah.
Family, you know, but they know each other since the university or whatever, you know. So
Yeah.
this you can beat this in YouTube.
And I would say the last thing I would say, advice-wise, is mimicking other people that you like is great to learn, but once you learn those lessons, try to do something different. You're never. I don't think you're ever going to create something that's original, like wow, you did something groundbreaking. That comes very, very few times in history, but don't go with the trends because you're just going to get lost in the noise.
Yeah, because you're already behind.
Yeah.
The trend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but try to understand and to digest it.
Mm-hmm.
But then do your stuff.
Yep.
If you want to make a living, you
Yeah.
have to do your stuff.
And I was gonna say, create the trend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can do this by being yourself, you know. And
by being original and create something different.
Yeah.
okay, cool. So I'm looking at the time, and
It's time to wrap up.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up. So it was great.
Thank you.
Thank you,
guys for
Michael.
having me.
Thank
It was
you.
so much fun.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Thank you.
So yeah, a last word.
The last
maybe?
word is, you need more footsteps in your 40 sessions. I'm sorry.
I will tell Scott that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but
Scott, more
it's a little bear.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot, and
Thank you, Michael.
Thank
Good
you,
luck
guys.
with the next project.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let
Thank you
us-
again for having me.
Let us know. Okay. Cool. Bye bye everybody, and follow us and subscribe to YouTube channel. Thanks.